welcome back to Speed Build Sunday. This week, in honor of the new wedding pack that's coming out, My Wedding Story, I think that's what it's called. I decided to build my dream wedding venue. In case you didn't know, I am married. I got married in May of 2020. And because of that, I didn't get to have the wedding that I really wanted. I wanted this beautiful like outdoor garden wedding with like a gazebo and flowers and plants and all of this like fairy garden type of thing. I didn't get that. The venue was changed last minute, like a month before the wedding, to my aunt's farm that she has it's been passed down through their family. And I got married on the front porch of the farmhouse there, and it was beautiful. It was really, really nice. We had like 10-15 people there of our immediate family, and that was it. So that's what it was. I'm still a little sad that we didn't get our actual wedding that I spent a year and a half planning, but I'm gonna do it in The Sims instead. So this is what I was doing. Our original wedding venue was outdoors at a retired like atrium. It's called the atrium. That's literally like what the venue was called. And it was in the back outside with a gazebo, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful. So I wanted to kind of recreate that in The Sims, but like how I would have wanted it. So it looks honestly nothing like the venue itself. It just really kind of has the same element of the gazebo in it. And I went off and created the ultimate place where I would like to get married. And in like 8-10 years down the line, I would love to have a second ceremony, like do it for real kind of thing. But for now, we're gonna do The Sims, and you best believe I'm gonna be recreating my wedding in The Sims as soon as this pack comes out next week. You best believe it. I spent a lot of time on landscaping in this build. It's like 80% landscaping, I'll be honest. I spent so long picking out the exact perfect like flowers and plants and greenery, and I cut it out. I spent like 20 minutes placing flowers around the columns of the gazebo. 20 minutes placing flowers in one spot. So I went a little bit extra for that, I think. But I really love how it turned out. It's absolutely magical, and I'm so glad I put the time into the greenery and everything. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm obsessed with this build. Here you can see I couldn't decide on where I wanted the gazebo to be placed because I wanted to have the reception area also outside, and what I ended up with going with is putting the gazebo in the front and having the back area with table, dance floor, all the stuff that you need for a wedding reception all in the back. And then I used some plants to kind of cover the back of the gazebo so you can't see through, so you don't have to see all that while you're actually like during the ceremony and all the pictures and everything. And I really love how it turned out. I think it's so pretty. A big trend right now, I think, in weddings is to have like, instead of a lot of little like round tables, have long tables, like 2 or 3 long tables that everyone sits at. So I wanted to go with that. So we have this long table with like pretty chairs, 2 different chairs in the middle for the happy couple, fancy chairs on the end. And I was extra and went and put plates and wine glasses out on the table. Like I set the table with debug items. That's a little bit extra. Now, if you play in this lot, those are not gonna stay. They're gonna start stinking up the place because that's how they work when you are in live mode, because they're counted as an empty plate, which means they're gonna start stinking up the place. But that's okay. I didn't put a trash can in this build. That's okay. That's okay. I'll go back and put one in. I did remember to put a grill so that you can cook. So that's important. I also wasn't gonna put a bathroom in there, but chat convinced me. So I did put a bathroom in there, and I hid it. It's not noticeable. I mean, it's noticeable, but you kind of forget it's there. I kind of love it. I also was so excited that these trees from Cottage Living worked out so well, and the lights, they just flow so well to connect them from the gazebo to the pergola thing item. I don't even know if it's technically a pergola, but they connect so well, and they look absolutely stunning. And just this, when it's at nighttime, it's what dreams are made of. This is my dream wedding. It's my dream wedding. And honestly, when we have our ceremony in however many years, I'd love to do it at night. I would love to have a twinkly light lit wedding with candles and lights, no sunlight, like just evening, twilight, golden hour type of thing with just lights everywhere. And honestly, my original wedding idea, before I even got married, before I was even engaged, I was like 17 or 18. And one night I couldn't sleep and I planned my whole wedding with my husband. And we were dating at the time, so it was fine. It was fine. But I wanted to get married in the winter, in the snow, like outdoors in the snow at this old like mansion that was like a town over from where I lived. And I didn't want to have a meal. I was like, we're gonna have a dessert bar, s'more bar, hot chocolate bar, you name it, like have the reception inside, obviously, because it's gonna be freezing cold, but like I wanted I wanted the ceremony outside in the snow, like legit, like in the snow. And I wanted to have like a pretty like fur shawl and long sleeves and like boots instead of like heels or something. I didn't get that, obviously, because at the point when we got married, my husband and I were both living in California and we could barely handle like less than 50 degrees, let alone the snow. So, all right, well, that's the build. Let's jump into it and I will show you around and give you a little bit of a tour. So I have this place in Henford-on-Bagley in this lot right here, and it's called the Magical Wedding Gazebo, and it's a 30 by 20 lot, and the lot shades are convivial, romantic aura, and onlay line, because I did put a woohoo bush in there. So if you woohoo in the bush, you're gonna have twins, I decided. It's also a generic lot because there's no wedding venue lots, and I'm expecting that once the new pack comes out, we will get a wedding venue lot. So once that happens, I will change this and probably re-upload it potentially, or you can just change it on your own. So here is the build. I'm gonna show it to you at daytime and nighttime because I think it's beautiful in both. So this is the morning light, and I think the morning light is very dreamy. I think it's really nice, great for like a morning wedding with like a brunch afterward. But this is the afternoon light, and I think it's still really nice. I think it'd be great for a wedding in the afternoon. Now, let's tour it at nighttime. Look at how absolutely magical this is. This is what dreams are made of. I'm obsessed. The gallery did eat my terrain paint. There was terrain paint on here. Now there's not. I'm not gonna fix it right now. Okay, I lied. I went and fixed the terrain paint, but it makes it look so much better. Like, look at that. It looks so much better with terrain paint. And don't worry, the terrain paint, the actual one that I spent time on is on the gallery. It just decided to disappear when I placed it today. But here it is. There are plenty of seats for your guests. We got the gazebo up here, and in order to have like an actual wedding without like eloping and stuff, I believe you need the arch. So we do have we do have this wedding arch right here that's kind of like tucked away a little bit, but you can actually you need an arch to do like a wedding ceremony typically, unless that's changed in recent updates. I don't often have Sims get married in my game. I don't bother. I just have them elope and it's over with. But this is here in case it's necessary. I honestly don't know. These are the flowers that I said that I spent 25 minutes placing on all of these columns, and it was totally worth it. And then we come over this way and we have all of these gorgeous lights. Perfect for dancing the night away. We have a piano if you want to have a live musician. We also have a stereo, so you can save money on a musician as well. Over here we have our hidden bathrooms, as you can see, and they should be functional. I haven't tested it, but they should be functional. Plus the woohoo bush right next to it. And then we have a little cake table or dessert table. I couldn't get a cake from Debug, so I just put the dessert displays here, and I think they look really cute. And then here we have the table that I spent way too long setting. I set the table. I can't believe I did it. I contemplated putting forks and silverware out, but they were too big and didn't place well, so I did. But I love it. I think it's so nice and simple and elegant, and I just love it. And then we do have a bar, and last minute I did throw a grill in there. I did throw a grill in here last minute because I remembered that when you have a wedding event, you need to have food and drinks and a cake and all of that stuff. So I did throw a grill in there real fast at the very end and just kind of tucked it in here so that you kind of just ignored it. But that is the build. If you like it and you want to use it in your game, it is on my gallery, DizzyMissLizzy with 2 Z's and an underscore. It's also written down below. I hope you enjoyed this Speed Build Sunday. Tell me below if you're excited for this new pack. I'm so excited. I cried during the preview. Like, I cried during the trailer when I was watching it. I'm so excited about this pack. I think it's going to be so much fun. You'll also definitely see some videos next week featuring the new pack for sure. You can count on it. I will be recreating my own wedding. Don't you worry. But thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Leave a comment of other speed builds you'd like to see, and I will see you guys next time.